Kentucky takes great pride in its bourbon, and output is on the rise in this $8.6 billion bluegrass industry. The demand is so high for our whiskey that some bourbons and rye are fetching thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars on the secondary market. But not everyone is sticking to the right path on the bourbon trail. WHS 11 Focus investigator John Charlton explores the growing problem of counterfeiting and what's being done to try to stop it.
This is where the good stuff begins. Bourbon barreled and bottled at the distillery. But once it leaves from here, things get a bit murky and sometimes questionable whether the good stuff is the real stuff. A good glass of bourbon, like many things, comes in small batches and should get better with age over the years.
The popularity's been astronomical.
The acquired taste has required much more supply to meet the demand.
It's on the rocket ship right now.
The proof, according to the Distilled Spirits Council of the United States, is in American whiskey sales over the last 10 years, with a 40% increase in just the last 5 years. It all starts here. With truckloads of corn, mashed, fermented, and distilled according to secret specifications, then barreled and stored until just the right time. And turn it over for the very first pour. Now it's time to bottle the bourbon. This is Michter's, distilled in Shively. Bourbon and rye corks, labeled and boxed, shipped to all 50 states and 60 countries around the world.
To be able to sell a world-class American product abroad is just wonderful.
Far from bottom of the barrel, Michter starts with its US-1 small batch, which retails for about $50 to $60. It's top shelf and super premiums from there.
Wine Searcher online, 25-year Michter's rye. It was retailing for $29,999.
It's hard to imagine drinking that down. Maybe even harder to imagine what it's worth all gone.
People are selling, certain bottles of Michter's online empty bottle for $500.
Joe Malioco, Michter's president, says he's even seen empty selling for more than Michter's suggested retail price full.
I'm scratching my head.
But he's got a pretty good idea what's going on.
I think really the growing popularity has really, led to an increase in counterfeiting.
Take an empty bottle of Pappy Van Winkle 20-year, for example. That's one expensive bottle return on eBay. Certain bottle buyers are funneling counterfeits into the secondary marketplace with refills of who knows what.
If I had to put a number to it, probably 10% of everything that you see on the market is probably going to be counterfeit. Anybody that's selling an empty on eBay, it's going to be used for fakes. No question about it.
Kenny Coleman has talked about whiskey counterfeiting and even had a counterfeiter confessing on his Bourbon Pursuit podcast.
Some of these bottles, it can be easily done.
As he said, and Coleman concurs, it can be too easy.
It's just using a plain, clear PVC seal or PVC capsule. Take a heat gun to it and you're back up and running.
Coleman says the real deal is the seal.
So you take Willet, for example. One of the things that they're doing is they are putting an emblem on the top of all their seals now.
With a Pappy 23,
all these bottles have laser codes on them as well.
Proof is in the details.
They always have a pretty familiar fill line. So it's always gonna be about midway through the height of the neck.
Then, of course, as a top shelf buyer, you should always be able to taste the difference. If something's off,
this machine would pick it up.
Such as the color.
Right now I'm looking in the brown-yellow spectrum.
Michter's takes returns.
But this would be essentially the first step in validating a whiskey.
The second step would be confirming the whiskey's chemical fingerprint.
We have isolated to the main compounds of interest that make Michter's what it is by using this equipment here.
What's in the bottle should be unique to the barrel and the batch.
We have full traceability all the way back to, the grain that comes in.
It's all been recorded.
We know what the standard was when it left here, and we can measure against that.
counterfeits cheat the customer.
Oh my gosh, I paid all this money and this is terrible.
And the brand.
That comes back on us.
Quality sells, and counterfeiters
You don't want to be ripped off.
continue to try to capitalize on that.
You know, when you see the prices, not just Michter's, but when you see the prices that some of these whiskeys are going for a bottle, it's very tempting.
And as bourbon grows in popularity, it remains up to the distillery whether or not to add more safeguards against counterfeiting, because right now there are no counterfeiting laws on the books specific to bourbon. For Focus, I'm John Charlton.
So keep an eye out on this as the bourbon craze continues to go up and up. If you have a story you want the Focus team to investigate, send them an email. The address is focus@whas11.com.